To start off this look, I just primed my face and then I went in with my beauty blender and my foundation. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte. I'm just trying to use it up to get rid of that sucker because I absolutely hate it. And then the next thing I did is went in with my Dermablend concealer. It's a little too dark, so I had to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Weightless concealer, and I am the lightest shade because I am super pale, and so I kind of just dotted that all over the areas where I put the concealer and then did under my eyes also. Sometimes I'll use my beauty blender for blending all over my face with concealer, but for extra coverage, since I'm breaking out a little bit more, I decided I'd go in with my BH Cosmetics stippling or angled brush. I got it as part of a 10-pack for like $10. It was an amazing sale. But under my eyes, to blend out the concealer really sheer, I used my beauty blender, and then while my beauty blender was still damp, I put it in some powder and then set right under my eyes. It just makes it look gorgeous. I swear it is seriously the most soothing thing ever to use a damn beauty blender and blend out concealer, and I just love watching other people do it too. I don't know why it's so soothing, it just is. Anyway, the next thing that I did was I took a light shade out of my Tartlette Tease palette, or was it some other palette? I don't remember, but it's a light shade, and I put it all over my lid up to my brow bone. And then I used this flat shader brush. It was way too stiff. Like, I did not like it. You can see me looking at it. I wasn't digging it, but I was too lazy to find another brush, so I just kind of worked with it. Well, I put this taupey gray color all over my lid, and then I also brought it with the same shader brush. Since it's really thin, I brought it under my lash line. And you'll see here that I'm kind of dragging it up, and see that little line? That's going to be our guideline for later on when we're making our super dramatic black wing. It's going to be crazy, but it works for hooded eyes, and that's what this tutorial's over. And the next thing I did was I took my broken crease brush. Yes, it's broken and it fell off like so many times during this tutorial. I gotta get some Gorilla Glue and put that thing back together because it is a baby. Anyway, I took a gray Makeup Geek shade, it's the Bedrock one, and I just kind of tapered off the end of that caddish smoky eye, and I just worked that and blended it throughout the crease. With that same flat shader brush that I used for the first shadow, or the second shadow, I went in with the Bedrock again, and I just brought it under my lower lash line. And then I got this really precise pointed pencil brush, and I started putting some black in that outer triangle of my eye, the outer third, whatever you want to call it, and I started to work that in there, and then I'll go in and blend it out. I also decided to take some of that black and put it right under my lower lash line, right straight up there, and I didn't really blend it out too much because I didn't want it to look like a black eye. And here you can see me blending. I'm just still keeping that tapered end, and I'm just mixing the shadows together. And I'll also take my finger to go back into the gray shade and the taupey gray shade, so Bedrock and then one from the Tartlette palette, I believe, and I'll just pat that and dab it on my lid because I didn't think that the gray was that intense, so I wanted it like even more intense. Here I took a little bit of the Becca Moonstone highlighter and put it in my inner corner, and then I just started the wing. And so I'm using a black shadow here from my Naked Basics palette, and I just lightly lined the tops of my eyes, but then you'll see we're going to start creating that wing. Alright, so for this dramatic wing, you're going to want to go all the way out to the end of your eyeshadow. I mean, maybe you want to even go further past it, but I kind of just stayed in the general area of it. I went a little bit farther maybe, but then you're going to see me flick inwards, and I'm going to just drag that line inwards, and I'm going to thicken it and darken it, and I'm not really going to connect it to the top lash line. I'm more so going to just leave that blank empty space, like it's gradiating, if that's a word, into the gray, and you'll just see the process here. After I was done with the wing, I just went back in with some more of that Makeup Geek gray shadow and kind of blended it all, making it look a little bit smoother. And then for my lips, I just used a really dark, reddy, berry, kind of brownie shade almost, but I tried to stick in the general red category. And what I did was I just lined the outside of my lips, and then I start shading on the outside corners of my lips and a little bit of the bottom, and then I do the same on the top. We're going to create an ombre effect, and then we're going to go in with a lighter red shadow to make it look like an ombre effect. Did I really just say shadow? I meant to say shade. Anyway, so I just do that, and we're going to go in with a lighter shade of lipstick. And yes, I did put mascara on, but I did not film it because my camera done died during that part, so I had to go charge it and then wait to put on the lipstick. To finish off the look, I took this red Revlon color. It is super red, and I put it right on top of that lip liner and just blended it in with my lips. And you can see how it's darker on the outer part of my lips and it's lighter in the center. That's the effect we're wanting here. I really enjoyed filming this look for you, and I love the way that it turned out. I think that the wing is perfect for hooded eyes because, trust me, with hooded eyes, it's so difficult to get a wing to be shown sometimes, and then most of the time it just looks all jacked up because you've got that little hood over your eyes, hence hooded eyes, of course. That's what I'm trying to spit out here. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!